Hello sir, my name is Amoksit Lakshman Umdi. Today date is 15 July 2021 and today video topic is methods of an object. So before we starting our video topic, that is methods of objects, we will first see what is mean by method and what is mean by object. Okay, methods means it is a block of code which contains the statements and the variables to perform some operation. Okay, an object is a object contain classes and methods. Okay, so object in Java, the object class is a predefined in Java, and that is object class is a parent of all classes. Means it means uh, every classes are inherited by the object class. So if uh, uh, if a if class B is inherited by class A, means B class is indirectly inheriting the class object class, which is predefined in Java. So so we know that in Java multiple inheritance is not possible. So that's why class B can't directly inherit the object class. So first it inherited the class A, and class A inherits the object class. That means if a class doesn't inherit any class, means it inheriting the object class which is predefined in Java. Okay, and today in our video we are going to see some methods of an object. So first method is a finalize method. So what happen in finalize method, that let's see they in fin what does finalize method do is that when a garbage collector thread is terminating the object, that means it is going to removing that object, means unnecessary object. So what finalize method does is that it releases all resources which contains the object which has to terminate. Okay, so here is the working of an finalize method, that is it releases all connections which are connected to objects which is going to terminate. Okay, and this is one of the predefined method of an Java, that is finalize method. Next method is hash code method. So hash code method always returns an integer value. So but it returns an some unique integer value to every object which we have created. That means we can say that every object has a unique value, that is unique hash code value, which is returning an integer. Suppose we have take a class, inside that classes we have some property. Take class of human. So initialize the variables like hair, color of hair, and eyes and all things, and by using constructor we can initialize these variables. And when we make an object of that class, that means class name, variables, and class name. So uh, in this way we can make a object of a class. So if you want to create hash code of a class, we can simply write it returns in integer form, that is int in variable name uh, with our reference. And again we are creating hash code in such a way that int variable a and is equals to variable of an object. Okay, we have created a reference of an object dot hash code method. We can directly call this method after printing the reference which we have created. It will give us some unique value of an object class. So every objects, if you created multiple objects, then every object have a unique value. in Java. So why hashcode method is used, that if we are creating uh, objects, that means we must have some reference that we can identify that objects. So here is hashcode method comes, means we can identify the objects by referring the hash code that is in integer form, and that is a unique one. Okay, and next one is a clone method. What clone method do is that, first we have to understand what is cloning. Cloning means creating exact copy of a one, anything, that is we are here considering object. In clone method, what happens that we can clone the method, means we can copy the method as it is with all properties which one object contains. So we can't directly call the clone method here, means we have to first implement clonable on our class, and after that we have to override that clonable method, and then only we can call the clonable method. So if you have created let's take, we have created just that human class. Inside that we have created one object, that is human object with some reference, take h1. Okay, this is one object, and if you have to create clone of that object, we have to just write that, take another variable h2 and that call clone method. In this way we can clone the objects. Clone objects we can, by cloning we actually copying all objects. Okay, so let's take two objects. Let's take an object that human is an object. Okay, and like two persons having two different names, that is one name is Satish and one name is Somu. We can take, both are of a same object, that is human object, but both have over different references. That is, one has a reference that he has a reference of a name, and another has a reference like Satish. One has reference Somu, and another one has uh, Somu and Satish, in this way. So both have a different references, but both are belongs to same object, that is same object, and in this way we can clone. That means human have a property of a black hair and nose and skin color and all thing. That same, if Satish has a black hair, Somu has to has some, also has a black hair. So in this way, properties are same, but the reference created when we are cloning the objects, reference are different. So we have discussed uh, methods, and some there are a wait method is also there. What will happen in whenever one thread is acting on an object, that it when another thread comes to perform some action on objects, the wait method, what it does, that it will wait that thread until the execution of previous thread completes. So notify method, what notify method does is that notify methods notifies the previous thread that his action has completed. So you have to, so he wake up the thread. That means notify method can only notify the single thread, and notify all method can notify all method can notify all threads which are waiting. Okay, so in this way, mm, we can discuss. In this way we have discussed the methods of objects. So today's video, we are concluding that objects is a parent class of every class in a Java, and methods are in methods of an object classes are really defined in a Java. So today is for that's it, and thank you for listening me.